Everyone. So I'm very privileged and honored to welcome Dr. Daniel Raja, who has just secured AIR 30 in NEET SS 2024 surgical group. So first of all, welcome Dr. Daniel and congratulations on the great achievement. And just let us know how you're feeling about this. What is your feeling right now?
Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor to be here and be giving this interview with you. I'm feeling exhilarated. I'm on top of the world. I did not expect this rank at all. It's been a dream of mine to pursue GI surgery. And I'm very happy that this dream has come true. And I'm very glad that it happened.
Yeah. So, welcome to the field of surgical gastroenterology and looking forward to meeting you everywhere in the future conferences and meets in GI Surgery Forum. So, let us start with and let us know about your background and how did you pursue your MS and from where you belong and just let us know about that.
Okay, sir. So I am basically from Bangalore. I have done my undergraduation from St. John's Medical College, Bangalore, and I did my post-graduation in general surgery from Sion Hospital, Mumbai. And I just graduated this year in Jan, and
Okay.
I've been preparing for the NEET exam since the past couple of months, and I gave the exam, sir. So.
Okay, that's great. So, just tell us about your preparation. That how about you went in your preparation for NEET SS?
Okay, sir. So my preparation started right around about beginning of third year. So I started reading the standard textbooks, Bailey, and a little bit of Sebastian here and there in whatever time we could spare apart from our residency. Maybe about 1 or 2 hours a day. Some interesting case I saw in the ward or in OT, I would go back and read about that disease and the presentations and surgeries. So that's that. And I started giving MCQs just in my free time whenever I would just be, sitting or waiting for somebody on rounds or anything, I would give MCQs. And somewhere around September or October, once we were relieved for our university exams, I started giving the grand tests of Sushruta LGS platform. So I was very diligent in giving all the grand tests on time and seeing what my rank is and trying to consistently improve the rank each time and did a very good review of the subjects of the questions after the exam. And yeah, that's been my strategy so far. Sir.
Right. So, from your preparation and how you went about, tell us about how the students who will be in your phase wherein they have just cleared their MS or they are like balancing out their MS theory exams and also trying to prepare for NEET SS. What should be the mindset and what should be the base foundation for them and how should they prepare? Just guide the students who will be listening to you.
Okay, sir. So one thing I would say to start off is to have a solid goal in mind as to what is the subject that you're interested in, and maybe what is the dream institute of yours, so that you would have a good motivation to, look forward to pursuing that field in that particular college. And I would say that there is no bad time to start studying. I feel like I could have started studying much earlier. Whatever little free time I had, I just started to give, even if it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I would just read a little bit here and there. So I think that consistency is what matters. The volume or whatever doesn't really matter. Just keep studying something, even if it's 10 minutes every day. Just try to keep reading something. And I would say that so in third year, I think most medical colleges we do get some free time, maybe in the afternoon before evening rounds, or maybe later in the night. So just spend 1 hour, 2 hours every day trying to read something, whatever you have seen. It need not be entrance oriented, but that foundation definitely helps in the last few months before the university, the entrance exams. And I think maybe around I think I use the university exam as a good as a good this one to sort of solidify my basic concepts. And slowly I would read a topic from the book and then maybe just look at some MCQs around that topic, see whether I'm getting all the questions right or where are the identify some lacunae here and there, and try to fill in those gaps. And I would say, yeah, start giving grand tests. Maybe, I mean, once a week on Sundays, I think 3 to 4 hours is a sufficient amount of time to attempt a grand test and sort of just review all the negatives at least. So I think that really helped. And yeah, towards the last, of course, 1 or 2 months, just pick up pace and try to read as much as possible during the day, maybe like 10 to 12 hours or whatever it is. And yeah, try to cover as much of the portion as possible before the exam.
Right. So, what would be your foundation? Was it just Bailey or Bailey and Sabiston, or how did you build your foundation, and how important is it for those who want to pursue and be serious and try to crack it on the first go?
So, sir, I had read the entire Bailey, almost every line. So that was sort of a foundation for me to start and then build up the other textbooks. And of course, I mean, Sabiston is a big textbook. I realized that, it's not in my forte to kind of read entire Sabiston from cover to
Yeah.
cover, word by word. So what I did is I tried to identify particular topics where I saw that the questions are frequently being asked and look at important tables, flowcharts, try to write those down separately and just keep looking at them again and again because I think there's no way to crack the exam other than rote learning. So, Sebastian, I did selective parts, bits and pieces of it, especially the tables and the flowcharts, of which a lot of questions are based out of. And of course, Bailey, I read almost every line from it. So.
Right. And I think more than just the textbook reading and the rote learning, I think what is important is that conceptual knowledge is also equally important. That is what I feel. What is your take on that in perspective of NEET SS?
Definitely, sir. I completely agree. Like multiple questions during the exam, I recollected some instance of some patient who I had seen and how we had managed it,
Yeah,
and how that sort of helped me arrive at the answer. Sometimes we may not have done exactly what the textbook is trying to say, but
yeah,
at least when I'm reading, I would try and see what I had done and what my seniors told me that I could have done differently. And then when I went back and read, and I realized that what additional things I could have done better. So that sort of comparison correlation really helps with sort of creating a good mental image of the subject inside the head. So that
yeah.
helps a lot.
So I think that your clarity of the concepts and clinical application is very, very important. And no matter you are doing your MS or your post MS, I think that is something which is equally important to be balanced out with theory reading. So coming to next is that you already mentioned that you utilize as much as possible time in MCQ practice in between. But please tell us about how the freshers specifically can go about their preparation and how should they be doing MCQ practice and how did you do it so that they can get a better idea on this.
Okay, sir. So to start off with, I think studying for the university exam, studying for the entrance exam, and just reading something just to gain knowledge. I think all these three have to be made into an amalgamation. It is sort of a continuum that you cannot separate the two and say, okay, today I'm going to stop studying, clinical things, and I'm going to start reading the textbook for the exam. So sort of whenever you're reading a topic, try to imagine if this is a question asked in the exam, how am I going to write a 10 mark or a 25 marker answer on this? And if such a question is being framed to be an MCQ, what kind of things can they ask around this topic and how am I supposed to be remembering these concepts? And similarly, if such a patient comes to me in my casualty or in my OPD, how am I going to sort of, make a sort of a mind map inside my head as to what is going to be the workup and the treatment plan for this patient? So I think any material which you're using, sort of, you need to club all these three things and sort of learn in such a way that it's going to be useful in every aspect. So initially, when I had started reading, I was just reading, imagining that I'm giving the university exam and just sort of mugging up all the important points. But then I realized that if I try to read in and around the subject and see what kind of questions can be asked in an MCQ paper. That sort of helped me to get more knowledge of the subject into my head. So that is there.
So I think what I take from your message is that in your last few months when you are preparing for your MS theory, rather than that, I feel that you should not start your preparation for NEET essays after your theory. I think it should start when you are reading for theory. I think that is how you can go and give a crack during your in your immediate MS period. I think that is something very important which all of the freshers should understand, that it is not that only after reading for, let's say, 6 months, 8 months, or 1 year you can crack. Even your like freshers can crack it if you are studious and sincere enough from the time period when you're starting for your theory exams. I think that is very important point which you raised. Now coming to the next thing, what I want to ask you is that at your mindset of the mock exams, how important is it for the NEET SS preparation?
Okay, sir. So this is one example I want to give you actually that
Yeah.
I have a study partner, my
Yeah.
co postgraduate. His name is Rushi Kalani. So he had started giving the entrance exam, the mock exams well in advance as soon as the series had got launched.
Right.
And of course, his preparation was not complete, but then he just used to give the exam and he used to review it. But I was of the impression that I'm not sufficiently prepared for the exam. So I wanted to sort of complete one reading of it and then start giving the tests. But then I realized that he had a very good head, he had a very good sort of a lead because he just started giving the exam irrespective of whatever the stage of preparation he was in. So I felt that mock exams have to be started well in advance because there are some concepts which the book will not tell you. You just sort of remember it from the mock exam.
Yeah,
And if you had made a mistake in that question, you're going to remember it for the rest of your at
definitely.
least till the exam. So I
Yeah,
think mock exam have to start early, and as important as giving the exam is, it is also very important to sort of do a diligent review of the both the correct as well as the wrong questions, because sometimes we just mark some questions and it just happens to be right, but it doesn't enter our head.
yeah,
So if we review it once more, then it really sort of becomes clear inside the head and sort of stays up back in your long-term memory, I would say.
yeah. So that is something which I felt that when I am talking to the achievers of this year as well as last year, what I felt in common is that specifically related to mock exams is that they started when decathlon started, that is around 2 3 months before NEET SS. So they started at beforehand, even though they were not prepared, they started. So that is one thing in common. Second thing is that they reviewed it very seriously and took note of the mistakes, worked on the weaknesses, made sure that revised their strengths. I think that is a very important point which you raise, is that reviewing them is very important, and even which I emphasize a lot, that make sure you attempt no matter what you score and improve upon, rather than thinking about the marks, because eventually if you keep working hard you will improve for sure. So I think that is a very good point which the freshers even and other students should take note of. And coming to next thing is about Sushruta LGS. How did we help you in your preparation? And the second part is that what are the pros and cons of our platform, which you can tell us, so that if we have something good, we would be very happy and encouraged to keep doing that. And any con which we can improve upon, please give us your honest feedback for the same.
Okay, sir. So when I had started using Sushruta LGS platform, I started with the mini mock series, 15 questions every day. It hardly takes, I mean, it takes 15 minutes. It's not much.
Yeah.
So, either morning when I woke up or just before I go to bed, I would just do the questions and immediately just quickly review it. It totally takes about half an hour.
Yeah.
So that just completes one small chunk of one concept, sort of makes it clear in the head. And if I felt that any one test was particularly difficult, I would go back and sort of read it at some later point in the day. So I think that really kept the rhythm going, sort of to have a baseline of, okay, 15 questions every day. I feel like I've done something, and I feel like I want to read something more about it if I did not do it well. So that was one part of it which I really liked about the app. And the other, of course, was the decathlon test series, which was, I think, a super hit. Almost all of my friends who have been preparing for the exam with me have been giving the tests, and people who have asked me how am I preparing, I have always told them that I think this is one essential part of my NEET SS preparation, because I felt that the questions are very conceptual, sort of covering almost every topic well, and even the explanations have been given very nicely, so that we don't really have to go back and read the topic again from the textbook. Sort of the explanation makes it pretty clear to us as to where we have gone wrong or how we could have answered or thought about the question better. And the second thing is that the I felt that the ranks which the tests were giving were sort of close to the actual rank which I have got. So initially, when I started attempting the tests, of course, the rank was not good, but I didn't t make much or ado out of it. I just sort of took it at face value and said, okay, I have learned something new, and that's what's important. But gradually, I sort of realized that my ranks are gradually improving, and I was sort of like reducing the number of reds which come on top over there. So like it
Yeah.
used to be 50, then 40, then 30. So that progress really keeps you motivated, and you go back to the page where all the ranks can be seen. You just see the ranks going in descending order. I think that's a very motivating thing.
Yeah.
And because many of my other friends were also giving the exam, so you sort of get a means of comparison as to how you are doing, how your friends are doing, are you improving, any better way to study it, and I think it's also very important to have a study partner with whom you can sit and discuss how they went wrong, why did you not get that question wrong, or sort of just discuss each other's thought process and sort of improve how you approach a question. So I think that way the decathlon series was a super hit, and of course the two national mocks, the questions were very nicely framed. I would say that it was almost very close to the real exam, the level of difficulty of the questions and everything. The mock exams, of course, as it should be, the level of difficulty was a notch higher than how the real exam is.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, that boundary is required to keep you motivated
Yeah.
to perform better each time. So I think that way the Sushruta LGS app really has contributed a lot to this rank of mine.
Thank you so much for the kind words. And as I asked that if any thing which you feel that we lack and we should or we could improve upon, you can let us know, and I'd be happy to improve upon that.
Sir, I think probably uh, maybe just some minor software issues. Some
Yeah.
questions explanation is not matching
Yeah.
the this one question, or I think that's about it. Everything else was really good. Some questions were not indexed in the sense that uh, the page number of the textbook was not matching, or
Right.
some very
Right.
small. I mean, you're
Very
really
small.
making me go into the nitty-gritties of it
No,
because
but actually, why do I ask is that I don't believe in that everything is 100% very good in each platform. But my honestly, my opinion is that if there is something, even the minutest thing which is lacking, I will want it to be improved because I don't want the students to suffer in any way. So that is my idea, and that's why I asked you. But thank you so much for being honest and sharing that. So coming to the end, I would like to give you an opportunity to give a message to all the future aspirants who will be listening to you, and many of them would be like you who will be just passing out or nearing or in the third year. So please give a message about what should be their mindset, what should be their goal for NEET essays, and how about they should go about their journey so that it helps them in deciding and understanding this.
so I guess one thing I would like to say to the aspirants is that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. And I think this is the first time that I have realized this about myself. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Just be consistent. I mean, you don't have to study the perfect number of hours every day, but just do something every day. You can enjoy your residency, you can have fun, you can go out, but just make sure to sneak in those 1 or 2 hours of studies. I think that consistency goes a long way. And a lot of people are under the impression that the fresher attempt is just a trial attempt of sort,
Yeah.
to compare and see what the next attempt is. I think that should not be a thought in anybody's head. I think the fresher attempt is the best attempt because you have the opportunity to read for the university exam and continue building on that knowledge towards the super specialty exam. So I think that is one thing. And yeah, that's about it. Just try to read a little bit every day, whatever you see in the clinic or in the OPD or in the ward emergency, whatever it is, read something about it. Go and teach your junior PGs on rounds. This is something that I would religiously follow. Anything that I felt I have read today, after rounds, I would go inform and then just come back and spend just 15 minutes. I mean, they would be tired, they would be sleepy, but just try to give them some 15 minutes of knowledge so they gain something good and you also sort of reinforce whatever you have read inside your mind. And yeah, be consistent, have a study partner, monitor each other's progress, sort of discuss for 15-20 minutes in the day. What is your strategy? What did you read? What did I read? Where did we go wrong? How can we read better? And that's about it. All the best.
So that's a very good message, which I feel that uh, one is that mindset that if you are doing your final year MS, it's not necessary that you cannot crack NEET SS. Second thing is that if you start early, be sincere, be consistent, you can achieve that. And the third thing, which you very importantly, you told about that teacher juniors. Now I feel that that is something which is lacking, that is not seen everywhere, because I feel that everybody is of the mindset that why should I teach or why should I share. But I feel that that is very important, and that is even I what I follow and what you said, and I am very happy with that, that you have that mindset of teaching them, even if it is for yourself, but whatever you teach for yourself, even they are gaining knowledge. And that is something very important, that we should have that peer group and we should have that support of sharing knowledge with others, because that is how everybody will grow, and that is what the mindset should be. And that is very important, and I think a lot of fresh PGs would take inspiration from you. And thank you so much, Daniel, for joining and talking to us. And I would like to again congratulate you on your achievement and again welcome you to the field of surgical gastroenterology. So thank you again for joining me.
Thank you very much, sir. It was my pleasure being a part of this interview. I owe a big part of my result to you and the entire Sushruta LGS team, I would say. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words, and we'll end the meeting here.